All right. Welcome to another episode of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast. I am your man, Spaces.
Hey, I go by your boy Ma.
It's Jay every day.
What's good, man? How was y'all doing a little different now since we don't have the soundboard? But how was y'all last week? What y'all got going on?
Oh man, last week was excellent, man. Lived to see another week. So I mean, not much really going on. Uh, but actually, it was a nice day today to go to the apple orchard. I postponed it because the weather said it was supposed to be raining. But
Hey,
I guess I'll go next Sunday.
hey, let me know too, cause I'll probably do it next Sunday, man. Matter of fact, I might be up there with you. We might go too.
I bet. Yeah, that's a plan. 'Cause
Matter of
that's
fact,
definitely what we're gonna do.
I'm gonna holler at the wifey after we get through with this. Cause
Yeah.
we got something coming up, so we might be able to make it. We might not, because she was talking about it too, and I wanted to go too.
Yeah, you want to go, before all the apples is picked off the tree
Yeah,
and get
normally
your
I kind of
feelings.
go late, and she be mad at me because I like to go late. I like to go when it's like all the way fall.
Yeah, me too. I do,
Desiree.
but this shit be gone. Desiree, what's happening?
Desiree, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, yeah, I like to go, but the dog Stogie gonna tell me about some. He ain't know black people go apple picking, and me and Jay every day had to tell him like, nigga, we've been doing this with our families for I don't know how long.
For years. You see
Like,
what I'm
bro,
saying?
yeah, that's something you do when you have families. You go pick apples. You do shit like that,
Apple.
and you go
Apple.
buy high ass apple donuts and pumpkin donuts that you don't need.
Yeah.
You go do all this shit.
Apple cider.
Yeah,
I definitely leave up out of there spending $60+ just on I have a week's worth of apples that we
that's what
don't
I'm
eat.
saying. Yeah, and we be around there eating apples. If they sour, we throw them over there and we get another one. You know how we do
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
I only eat Fuji's.
Ma, what you got going?
Nothing, man. I'm just cooling. I can't wait to go. You know, we got a little something coming up. I was just telling you every day before we got on. Like, I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really
Hmm.
looking forward to two because I get to go hang with my brother too. So I'm gonna start looking for that too. You know, just I like hanging with family, man. I like hanging with people I really fuck with and I really love. So that's just what it is with me. I just became waiting to hang with the family, whoever. As long as I fuck with you and I love you, I love hanging with
Me, I don't have a whole lot going on. I'm went to a barbecue yesterday. Went to a barbecue yesterday. It was super fun. I worked a lot longer than I intended. Saturday. What's today? Sunday? Yeah, yesterday. Worked a lot longer than intended. I thought I was going to work about 6 hours. Ended up working 10.
That money, boy. Look at you.
Man, I'm gonna tell them, hey, run that back. I'll do it again.
Hmm.
But today I'm going to probably after the live, I'm gonna go see this anime movie, Demon Slayer, and
My daughter went
it
last week to see it. My daughter and sister every day. They went.
you. My daughter and sister every day.
Yeah, daughter and sister every day. They went to go see that nigga nerd shit. I know y'all real big into it.
Daughter every day. That should go right there. What's going
Yeah,
on, sister every day?
yeah.
When you
Her
say
boy,
daughter
her
every day
boy.
and sister every day, went to go see it.
Yeah, yeah, and
also
sister.
they watch anime.
Yeah, they nigga nerds. Yeah.
He got no filter. He don't give a fuck who it is. You nigga nerd, you
Yeah.
nigga nerd.
Yeah. As soon as my daughter got in the car, I see you was watching that nigga nerd shit. Yeah.
what's,
Mm-hmm.
what's good, Davi?
Davi, what's happening?
Bro, nigga nerd.
Yeah, probably after the live, I'm gonna watch that because it's the beginning. It's the end of the anime, but they've separated the ending of the anime into three separate movies.
So it's
So
actually in
this,
theaters?
yeah, it's in the theater.
Oh, okay. Well, selected theaters?
And a lot of I don't want to say selected. It's pretty popular.
Okay.
This is the first of the three installations of the anime, of the ending of the anime.
Okay.
No. Blurred. I don't use ain't no proper terms. I've been saying nigga nerd. Been saying that.
Man, I gotta change my audio. Hold on, hold on a second. Because when Jay every day starts talking, it takes like 10 seconds for me to start understanding what he's saying. We got a review. Nancy Beauty said best anime ever. They grossed over Disney movies that came out this year too. Oh snap! Just a Brown Girl in America. What's up?
Just a Brown Girl in America. That's a nice name. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, she got her own channel.
How you doing?
What up?
Appreciate you for being here. But yeah, that's all I really got going. After the live, I'm going to check out that movie and continuing to work, man. Continuing to work. But before we go into the subjects for today, man, we got to celebrate. We crossed 400 subscribers. I meant to talk about that last week.
That's what's up, man. It took us 4 or 5 years, but that's what's up.
slowly but surely growing, man. I'm gonna ramp it up with the putting out the content and all that stuff. So yeah, man. I'm glad people are finding the content entertaining. We have a particular video that we posted that we talked about a long time ago, the Jenny Mai and Jeezy conversation.
Yeah.
That one is pushing to go to 20K views.
Is it? Wow. I had looked. I did. Sometimes I go back and revisit the content, and did see that it was doing numbers at the time. They're having good conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, Maul, you had an original question for us.
Who have the bigger ego, men or women?
I'm gonna let Spaces go ahead and start off, man.
What'd you say, JVD? I'm sorry.
He
I'm gonna let you kick it off.
Let you kick it off.
All right, you let me kick it off?
Yeah, go ahead and kick it off.
Let me finish this. All right. I think it's women. A lot of people aren't gonna. Oh, look at Just a Proud Girl of America. Oh, Nikki Green. I'm sorry. You can call her Nikki.
Nikki Green. She said, "Women, of course." See, ego already.
I think it's women. I think, I think about this scenario all the time. You hardly ever see women coming up to men, right? Like to talk to them for the first time, trying to get the number or whatever. But if a woman does do that, there's little to no chance that he's going to deny her, right? Assuming that he's not married and all that stuff. Like if he's a single man, little to no chance that he's going to deny her. And it doesn't really matter what she says as long as she's not coming off disrespectful. But in order for a man to increase his odds of getting that girl's number, when he goes up and talks to her, he has to stroke her ego by complimenting her. In order to increase his odds, it's not required. But if he strokes her ego by complimenting her, saying the shoes look good, she look good, hair look good, whatever, give her a compliment or two, flatter her a little bit, he increases his odds to get that number. That's all I got for now.
I think men and women show ego or their ego in different ways. So I don't think it's something that really can be quantified. We show our ego as far as like bravado and just certain masculine traits that we have. But women, I think their ego lies, it's a little bit more subtle, right? They're a little bit more slick, but I think it may come with sometimes maybe the way they dress, right? They're always trying to shit on the next girl, maybe they having their nails and shit done, what kind of purse or whatever. So I think they show it in different ways. But I'm not sure if you could really quantify who has the biggest ego. But Beyonce did make a song, right? So she got a big ego.
I'm kind of in agreement with Sister every day and Jay every day, because I was talking to this about my wife too. I think it's both equally. And I say that because I'm like on the sentiment of Jay every day, because women show their ego in certain situations what men don't give a fuck about. And also, men show their ego in ways that women don't give a fuck about. So I can't sit up here and say, because just because of this situation, I don't got no ego in it, but the woman might have an ego in it. But then another situation, I might have a little ego, and woman like, why you got a little ego over that? You know, like that. So I'm in a sentiment of like they both have equal amount of big egos. Like it's no one. I can't sit up here and say one gender have a bigger ego than the other. I can't say men have a bigger ego than women. I can't say women have a bigger ego than men. That's just how I look at it too, as well.
Where'd you get this question from?
No, I was just looking at a pod, and they were talking, and where the woman had a thing about, oh, women do this, and I'm like, damn, her ego always big. She always doing that. But then I was looking at another part, and it was like, where the men was like, damn, this ego kind of big too. And I'm like, who got the bigger ego? And it just came out of like nowhere. It wasn't there, nobody was talking about anything. It's just a question I was just asking.
Well, I think sometimes people misconstrue ego as, sometimes people having more confidence, and they think that's ego, where you have more confidence, and I think ego is something where, I don't know, I think ego is something where you gotta have bless you.
Thank you.
Kind of gotta have the last word. I mean, I guess, yeah, how would we define it?
I would agree that it shows differently in men and women.
Yeah.
I think we'd have the best way to quantify it is look at the things that men and women are interested in, that they give their attention to, right? That what people would say, a man shows his ego through doing this, a woman shows her ego through doing this. I think generally speaking, in order, let's see, David said confidence and ego is very different.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
But can't your confidence bleed over into ego though?
Yeah, I think sometimes it could. I think okay, say for instance, right? So Marlon and I, we lift weights. Okay. If Marlon and I start lifting weights, obviously Marl can lift more than me, right? But we're lifting, Marl throw 205 on there. Boom, we hitting it, 225, boom, we hitting it. Then Marl I'm gonna put this 305 on there. And if my ego says, and I know damn well I can't do 305, but my ego is like, well, shit, I'm in competition with him. Because ego is almost like a competition thing. That's why I think it's more so competitiveness. And sometimes you allow your ego to actually hurt yourself or do some shit that you're not really supposed to be doing. Ego to me a lot of times becomes detrimental to the person because you're in competition. And sometimes the person that you in competition with ain't in competition with you, right?
I have no idea what you're doing.
Right. So if Maul put 305 with 315 up there, nigga, I could easily be like, hell no, I'm not fucking with that. Right? But right, because that's not where I'm at. Right. But if I say, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it because he's doing it. Well, that's my ego trying to compete with him. Right. Just to try to show him that I can keep up with him. And I think a lot of times that's what you have, people trying to keep up with other people. Keeping up with the Joneses is another idea of, ego to me. Because a lot of times people do shit that they you don't have the money to. You want to go on expensive trips. You want to get the latest whatever, right? That's an ego thing. And you may not be able to afford that. People go in debt because of their ego.
So let's
But
check.
we can also talk about the biggest spenders too. Biggest spenders are women.
You ain't never lied. Now that I'm in agreement with that. Yeah.
As I smoke this legal A.
All right, so I pulled up the definition, right?
Yeah.
Said, let me switch us to the bottom. It says confidence is the inner belief in your own capabilities, grounded in reality and a realistic assessment of skills, leading to a secure and open approach to challenges and feedback. Ego, in contrast, is an overblown sense of self-importance and self-interest that seeks external validation, requiring constant praise and unwillingness to accept criticism, which ultimately hinders personal growth and collaboration. The key difference is that confidence is internal and realistic, while ego is often external and fragile.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That goes with Brown Girl in
All right,
America.
so
She's saying women can't even.
he said
What she said?
ego is more on a negative spectrum. Nikki
Mhm.
Green said, "I appreciate you for being here. Women can't even take criticism; their ego would get crushed."
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah.
Now that's one of them situational thing where what's her name was? I don't know if you want to just keep calling her that. What's her name? Nikki?
Yeah, Nikki. She said
Okay,
it on
Nikki, where she said criticism. Like you can come tell a man what he's not and not doing. His ego will like take like, man, look, especially if he's a man that has kind of did a little bit of work on himself and know himself, he's gonna take it. But if you tell a woman be like, no, they don't want to admit to it. They'll try to come to you 2 days later. Well, come lay on you next to you. Ain't even still say I'm sorry or like I was wrong, but then that's the way they saying sorry instead of coming out their mouth
now. Look at David.
Green brown lady.
Nancy Beauty said, "Not only you're competing with others, you're competing with yourself as well." David said, "But at the same time, men can have dangerous reactions to having their ego crushed as well."
Yeah, niggas be crashing out.
But that's only little boys though. That ain't really grown men doing that.
I have to disagree with that one,
bro. If you still crashing out of your ego, you're not really a grown man.
Well, Mom, let me provide some pushback with this, right?
So she's saying,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. She's saying you can call her Nikki.
All right.
Nikki. Stogie and I were talking about this, and like, the idea of a real man when they say what's a real man.
Yeah.
For me, I'm trying to figure out what is that, because a man is, to me, basically just an adult male. So what's a real one? We all trying to, you see what I'm saying? We all trying to figure this thing out. So when men say, because like if you say, well, a real man is this, or somebody says a real woman is this, well, that may not be how they view things. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the way I was thinking about it. Not, there's no right or wrong answer, but it's just like a lot of times I feel like that, we like if we say, well, that's a little boy. No, that's a grown man. He just be crashing out. He has no way to control his emotions. And sometimes you got grown men, real men, that don't know how to control their emotions.
But I think, to me, when you're defining a real man will have that under control. A real man will like, okay, look at you as a real man, because I know you're not finna crash out and do shit just because your emotions in the way, because you have a family. You have to be there for your family. So your ego will take a back seat when it comes to your fucking family. Just point blank, period. I don't give a fuck how much I want to. I don't give a fuck how much it hurts me or whatever. It's going to take a back seat because you have a family. And that's why I say when I say a real man is not going to crash out is because you have a family. You have responsibilities. So you think logically like, bro, this is not something like, okay, call me that. It's cool. I'm finna still go home and take care of my family. And that's why I'm saying when I said a real man is not going to crash out, because it's all a maturity thing about what's important and what's not important. That grows into it too. And I understand what you're saying. Like, I think everybody has a different definition of real man. But I think we can all come to some conclusion if you get a group of men to be like, okay, now that one player, that one P, that one on no grown man type shit right there. That wasn't on no. That's cool. That's on some. I think we can all come to some default agreements that this is and this is not what real men do.
Yeah. I think. I'm sorry, real quick. I just think sometimes, like, if you had a stand-up guy this whole time and things, whatever transpire negatively in his life and he crashes out, is he no longer a real dude?
I just think he came on some hard times. To me, it's not a real. Everybody make mistakes, even real men do. But if it's a pattern, I can't put you in that category. One-offs, everybody had one-offs, bro. Everybody, we all done had our one-offs. We all done fucked up and did some shit that we shouldn't have been doing. It is what it is. But when you make it a pattern and you study doing it, when you know how they say, one time is a mistake. 2 times, 2, 3, 4 times, you just crash dummy. You just what it is.
It's a pattern.
It's a pattern. Yes, it is what it is.
Let's see. David said, "Can you say something about women?" Then Marlon, I think he's trying to say what you were saying, Jay, every day about the difference in men and boys, or men and grown men, or real men and grown men, or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying in regards to men and women, we call somebody a little girl or a little boy. I mean, I feel like their emotional intelligence should have matured by then, but we all have different emotional intelligence. A lot of times we just gauge intelligence by how much somebody knows something, but emotional intelligence is also one of those things that people have to mature with.
Yeah. It come with situations too. That come with you growing and you learning though.
Experience, absolutely.
Yeah, it come with you experience. Like the more you live, the more you start recognizing that a lot of this shit we used to glorify and all that shit is retarded. It's really stupid. I shouldn't have said that word. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said
no. I mean, YouTube isn't sensitive.
Okay, but it's stupid. Like a lot of things we used to pay attention to, a lot of things we used to do, a lot of this, a lot of that is stupid.
You're right.
We still trying to change shit that we was programmed to do as shorties. It's stupid.
It was something. I'll give you an example. I was driving and somebody had some Forgiatos on a Dodge Durango. Durango was raggedy as hell. And I was thinking about
stupid,
retarded. Yeah, no, I was thinking about in the 2000s how rims was just, we putting rims on everything.
Yeah.
Just rims. And as I, further into adulthood, I'm realizing like rims don't belong on most cars. You know what I'm saying? That was just some young dumb shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was the time. Maybe that was the culture.
Yeah.
But it was stupid.
But like you say, it don't belong on everything. You got to know when and when not to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Like if you got a decent, nice car and you throw some rims on there and it take it to another level, okay, that's cool. But
you don't put no 28s on it.
No. You put stuff to fit so it can still. To me, I like the rims when it looked like you bought it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you had to go cut this, do that, lift this, raise this, do that. No, I don't like all that. That's just my opinion about that. Now you might got other people that might like, no, I'm gonna go throw some 38s on here. Be my guest.
Yeah.
That shit don't look right to me, but it ain't my money.
Exactly.
So go ahead.
I've he said you're from the South, you biased.
No, I say I don't like 38s. Down south they like big rims. Some of that shit don't be looking right, David.
Some of that shit.
I think I've come to the realization. I have to my official stance on who has bigger egos, men or women. I have to say I have to solidify and stand firm on women. The reason why is because they're risking, maybe that's insecurity, but they're risking death to get BBLs. Because you want to get this surgery and take some pictures and look good on the internet. Or maybe it's both insecurity and ego.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a little pushback though. But don't men sell drugs and go out here and rob and shit like that? Ain't they risking death to get money too?
That's just stupid though.
Ain't the same thing when women get BBL. That's stupid too.
But
you still risking stuff to get money, to get women, to get ego, to fill your ego, to go buy some clothes or buy something. It ain't even that you're doing this to better your life for 10, 20 years down the line, you better your life so you can go to the club, so you can have on clothes, so you can have shoes. Ain't that ego and stuff too?
Yeah, I can see
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you're saying you just threw one out there for women. I just threw one out there for men.
I could see. Yeah, I'm not necessarily disagreeing. Maybe in my brain, I'm just comparing the two because you can potentially stop selling drugs. You can't un-BBL yourself.
But you can also get killed. You can also die from a robbery. You're risking your life or your freedom for some materialistic shit or for somebody else to notice you or whatever like that, just like women are.
Yeah. I don't know. But I'm talking. Okay, so I said you can't un-BBL yourself. Yes, you. I would say that the situation is the surgery is reversible. I'm saying if you decide to stop selling drugs, you can do that immediately.
But all drug kingpins say they just going to stop after this, and then the feds came. Every one of the drug kingpins, they'd be like, "This is my last one," but this one right here is where the feds was waiting on them at.
Yeah, and I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying because the whole, selling drugs thing is completely stupid to me. I'm just saying, like, in comparison, if you're talking about being able to stop or whatever, but all right, you guys got anything else on that before we move on?
No, I'm cool.
No, that was good. That was a good conversation for sure.
All right, so this is something Maul sent to us before we get into the heavier stuff.
I thought we should have went into the heavier stuff and then talk about that last and the show on that. What I said. Do it, but go ahead. Go ahead. Do it. Go ahead. Do what you're gonna do. I shouldn't have said
this one.
Outside in the elements, man, bugs and shit.
All right, so this is something Maul sent to us. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I just read the title. It says Aries and his mom get into a heated argument on stream while on a family vacation with her and TT. I don't know who any of these people are.
Me neither. I got a question at the end of it. Go ahead.
All right.
Who and who?
This some young nigga. This some young streamer type shit. This what this is.
This ain't Buddy who. All right, go ahead.
All right.
So go home. Fuck you mean?
Send me home.
What are you talking about?
Send me home.
I'm leaving you here. Relax. Damn. Relax. It's one night. Relax then.
I'm relaxing.
All right, stop talking.
Aries, I'm not about to stop talking because Aries.
What do you mean? If I said stop talking, you on my stream. You fucking my shit up. Is you not? You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying?
I'm not messing with you. I'm not even.
Damn. Stop, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Stop. I don't care.
You so whack.
How could you care?
Aries, if you would shut your fucking mouth.
All right, so find somewhere to live then. Since you want to talk to me like that,
I'm not living here. I don't live with
find
you.
somewhere to stay then.
Find
somewhere to stay. I ain't sending you nowhere. Damn.
I don't have time for no fake ass. You're fake. Fake for who? I'm trying to tell your silly ass.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
I don't
Send
care.
me home.
You fucking up my shit.
What shit?
Nigga, my stream. What the fuck are you talking about?
With or without me. Send me home.
You're not going nowhere. That's the problem. You gonna buy a ticket? No. So what are you talking about? You're not buying nothing.
Well, that's why I tell you.
Okay, so just relax.
Shut your mouth. I don't care how much money you got, nigga.
It doesn't matter.
I'm still
That's not the problem.
Mama.
Okay,
I don't
asking
care
you to
about
stop.
that.
And you ain't stopped.
No, you stop.
Stop what?
Shut
Stop
up.
what?
Oh my God. Y'all
You
the
sound
most
like sisters
disrespectful
and
ass
brothers.
generation I ever seen in my life.
I'm asking you to
Don't
stop
stop
for my
nothing.
stuff.
I don't care what you do.
Exactly.
Aries.
You don't give a fuck.
I don't.
Obviously.
What am I supposed to do? This your life.
Exactly.
You're streaming so you can get your fucking money back
Stop.
from freaking paying for a trip here.
Exactly. So stop. The fuck is you talking about? Stop.
Let's make for good content.
Bro, I wanted to been told you to stop this shit all along, but I want y'all to hear it all the way out.
Do you not hear what I'm saying?
I don't
That's
care
it, bro.
what you said.
So go home. Fuck you mean?
I want y'all to look at that and answer it for what it was, but the question behind it too was, do you always, no matter what, I ain't gonna say always, because it's circumstances that you do. Yeah, I could say that, because it's your mother and your father. Do you always respect our mother and our father, no matter what, kind of?
First of all, let me address. This is an example of egos. Just, you know what I'm saying? Egos, both male and woman. You know, man and woman, right? You know, we don't know their background. We don't know if she could have been a crackhead. You know what I mean? And we don't know the background. For me, I probably would have just ended the live. If, you know,
Thank
mom's
you.
going crazy like that. And, you know, her and I would pull over and we'd have a conversation
Yes.
and we'd take it, but I wouldn't leave it to the internet. But it did make for good internet, you know, it did make good for content, good internet content. So
But it's also, but it's,
cultivate what up.
Yeah, cultivate what's going on. But like you say, it make good for content, and it's the streamer world shit. That's what's gonna get him more screens. People gonna thinking that's cool and shit like that. But go ahead, Space.
So your question was, should you always respect?
We'll answer the question. We're gonna answer the question after. Just go ahead and tell me what you thought with the video. Then we'll go back. We'll double back on this question.
It was tough for me to really take the video seriously because, like Jay Everyday said, it's content, and it sometimes it is tough to decipher what is and is not content. I mean, like being recorded specifically for content versus like when they turn the cameras off. All right, we cool. Or is this we're really arguing and we're just allowing other people to see it? But in that situation, there are some situations where parents really do overstep their boundaries in terms of how they what they think is acceptable to say to the child, right? Anyway, but the one thing that crosses the line no matter what for me is when you start cursing. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's one of the ultimate forms of disrespect to parents to me. So what I am a little confused on, though, it says Aries and his mom. So the guy, hold on, let me pull it back up, put it back on the screen. So Aries is the guy that's on the left, I assume.
Yeah.
And his mom, I guess his mom is in the back.
No, his mom is right next to the adult on the same bench to the right.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. So Aries and his mom.
You thought she was behind him arguing or something?
No, I thought it was Aries and his mom. It's like I thought it was like a 2-on-2, but it was them arguing with each other around other people. Got it. Yeah. Okay. That's why I was a little confused on. But nah, man, when it gets to a point where you start cursing, like I don't mind people standing up for themselves, but when you start cursing, it's like, all right, bro, it's time to bow out, because now you, like Jay Everyday said while the video was going, they sound like brother and sister.
There's nothing crazy about this V-neck, man. I'm at the crib, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the porch, you know what I mean? This is what we do, mister.
But yeah, that's what I got for now.
What I got from it though is, to me,
Nessa Beauty, you beat me to it.
What?
That's because the Bible says, Ephesians 6:1, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother, that your days may be long on the earth, on the land. But people always forget the verse after that, which is like Ephesians 6:4, where it says, parents provoke not your children into anger.
Uh-oh. You ain't got a bomb you can drop? No,
not yet.
That's the premium service.
Yeah. What I thought though is, this is a prime example where I was like, you know, motherfuckers trying to be their kid's friend. Because boy, she's supposed to start putting hands on my mans though, talking to her like that. And then that was the first thing I thought. And then the second thing I thought is, he don't have no brothers. She don't have no brothers. Ain't no daddy in this man's life nowhere. Because that's the only thing I thought about this. It's not a man around. Because if it's a man around, He's not talking like that to that lady like that, to his mother like that. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. And then another thing too, I thought about it too is, even though your mother is doing that, you as the kid, you like, bro, that's my mother. All right, mom, I'ma just go. Even if it's kind of like my house or whatever, either you gonna go or I'm gonna go, mom. But we not for to sit up here and go back and forth. We need to both calm down so we come back and talk later. But I'm not gonna let you disrespect me, and I'm not going to disrespect you. That's what people find to realize too. Like, you can easily say, "Ma, hold on, ma, hold on, time out, ma, hold on, nah. I'm still grown. You raised a grown, good man. I'm not gonna sit up here and just let you talk to me like this. I'm gonna talk to you later. We can discuss it, but I'm not gonna go back because we both mad. We both gonna say some stuff, and it's gonna turn too crazy, and I'm not gonna disrespect you."
But that's what I'm saying, though, Ma, real quick, is that we don't know the dynamics if she raised them, right? And we don't know if she did raise them, was she okay with the back and forth when they were younger? You see what I'm saying? A lot of times you nip shit like that in the bud, right? So my mother, I mean, as I've gotten older, me and my mom, we verbal jaw back and forth, but I don't get, disrespectful.
You know how far to go.
Right. So then for me, I'll turn it into, laugh or whatever. I'm cracking jokes. But I'm just saying, like, it's not ever going to get to that point where I'm telling my mother to shut up or something like that.
What the fuck is you talking about? You on my screen? Like, nigga, what?
Yeah, but again, she may have allowed that, right? If she allowed that, as far as rearing that child, then he may not know any boundaries, right? Clearly, the mother doesn't also have boundaries herself. She could check herself now, right? She's the super adult in the car. You know what I mean? She's been around, so she can also check herself. I get understanding in regards to having some respect, but also you need to with the ego thing that we talked about earlier, that you have to know when to shut it down as well.
Yeah, that's true too. But it's like, if everybody in this situation acting kids and acting their ego, but that's the thing too. What I say, like, motherfuckers need like fathers.
And how old is he though?
He about like probably early 20s.
Right, he early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Mom don't sound that much older. She sound like she around our age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She sound a little slow, but
but it's just, to me, it's just that. But like you say, now that I'm looking at it, like you said, Jay, every day, from you saying, motherfucker, you don't know what type of dynamic they have and all that, because I'm still looking at it like you always say. I'm looking at it for me, and I'm trying to get out of me looking at it as me and looking at it for another person or whatnot. Because when I'm thinking about me, it don't matter if my mama didn't raise me or not, whatnot. I still would never disrespect my father or my mother like that. Now I will speak up for myself, like, hold on, hold. And if I feel myself going there, I will stop and be like, look, let's reconvene this conversation later, because I don't want to say nothing. I see it going that direction, so I got to stop. And that's for anybody adult. That's for anybody mother. I'm not going to disrespect anybody mother. I'm going to just go ahead and just turn around, especially like a young mother my age. Now is a different story. But an older, like people mother older than me and all that type of stuff, because I got to make that clear, because, it's mothers my age that I'll fuck around and, I have to do what I have to do. But I'm talking about older than me, older OGs and old women and stuff like that. I'm going to just stop. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. That's your mother. I'm not doing that. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Like, and I'll just be quiet. Give one-word answers.
And that's cool. That's also not allowing your ego to take over.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't allow. But again, as we were just talking about earlier, the mother there, she has an ego where she can't shut the fuck up either. Clearly, they both got egos that motherfuckers can't shut the fuck up.
I mean, so she's like a reflection of him. Oh, he's a reflection of her.
I would think so. I mean, but again, we don't know their family dynamics.
So if this is right, he's 22 years old.
Yeah.
If that's right, but then I don't.
So like Ma said, he's still a little boy.
Yeah, he's still a little boy.
I'm with you.
Because he can still be, to me, he can still be a man. A man would have knew, like, bro, this is my mother. Let me just shut the fuck up. Or like Jay every day said, I'm not putting this out here for the world to see it. This ain't y'all business what goes on between me and my mother. what goes on in my household ain't everybody fucking business. You don't need to know how I run my household, how me and my wife talk, how me and my son talk, and that. Ain't nobody business, because I'm gonna put you in your place when you start like your little slick comments like this ain't got shit to do with you. That's why I don't get in. Like Davi said it too. We was in the group chat. He said that's family business. I like whatever that is going on, but it's family business. You stay out of family business. You know what lane you should be staying in.
Right, like I don't even want to hear y'all argue.
Even if I hear y'all argue, I'm gonna go over here and sit my ass down.
I'm gonna go somewhere else. Y'all figure that out.
Yeah, like that's
Let me know when y'all done.
I had a story, but I'm not gonna say it because this happened on a. I think Jerry Day know what I'm saying, but it's not my story to tell, so I can't tell it.
Let me see. But I wanted to look at some of the comments because I looked at the first one or two, but I just want to see what other people were saying. So this person said, I would have woke up in the ER talking to Dorothy N. Jones like that. Talking to your mom like that is crazy. I guess they meant like that. I don't care what she did. You don't talk to your mama like that. God will show you fast.
I'm on that sentiment right there.
Say which one? The
one where I don't give a fuck what's going on or how she didn't raise me, and that's still my mother. She gave birth to me. I can't talk to the woman or my pops or my mother like that because they gave birth to me. I can't do that. I just shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
This person says, I love and miss my mother. She said, I'll leave them. Go ahead.
And that's what really made me kind of angry about this too, because I tell people all the time, because my mother ain't here. My mother been gone since like 2003, 2004. So when I hear people going back and forth with their mothers like that, like, nigga, I wish my mother could just yell at me. And you sitting up here doing this? You sitting over there talking to your mother like this, and if something happened to her, you're going to be crying like a little bitch. And it's not a bitch because you missed the one, but you sitting there, I'm calling you a bitch because you're talking to her like that, like you don't care. But when something bad happens to her, or she's no longer here, you're going to be really crying and weeping and asking God, why you take my mother away from me? I need her. That's why I have a different sentiment in this too, because mine not here. And I don't like when people be disrespecting their mother or their parents like that. Because people without parents wish they can still, like, their parent can just tell them, like, shut up or, like, be quiet, you're talking too much. Like, motherfuckers really wish for those little things like that, though. People don't understand things like that until it's taken away from you. Now you sitting around here going crazy and all that type of stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things why I'm like, kind of really want to do this, and I'm like kind of passionate about this. And I tell everybody around me, I don't say it in the middle of a conversation, but when we get along, I'll be like, bro, you need to chill out, bro. Like, that's your mom's. I understand, whatever. I don't want to get in your business, but I'm just telling you from my experience, because I don't have mine. Like, bro, you say that stuff now, and if something happened, you're going to be, it's like it's fucked up. It makes you fucked up. Like, people don't understand type of shit like that. You drinking on the motherfucking pod?
Yeah, boy, what's that, tequila? He going crazy.
I thought that was tequila.
Oh, no.
Water.
Oh, no.
Oh, what?
Oh, no, boy. Look at your spaces. He taking it to the head. What you got going on after the pot?
but that's just why that hit me kind of hard, too, is because people talk to their mother, and I don't like when people, do that type of stuff to their mother or their parents, because people without parents are still wishing for their parents to be here. And that's just why I went on that little whatever, because I saw that comment where dude say he misses parents. And that's just where I come from with it too as well.
Jasmine Fernandez, welcome to the live stream. Thank you.
Jasmine, what's going on?
Jasmine, what's happening? Welcome.
But this one, what was it? I guess
let's answer the question though. Should you let's go through this question real quick. Should you always respect your parents no matter what?
I think you definitely should aim to at the very best you can, because like you were saying in the what you were just previously saying, when it gets to a certain point where you start arguing, you start raising your voice, or in his case, you start cursing, telling her to find somewhere else to live and all that. No, you gotta you got to be the person to bow out of the conversation and then come back to it later. Because I have certain feelings about that too. When I've heard people actually talk about, like, actually yell at people. I'm sorry, yell at their parents. Actually yell at, but he, even though he was disrespectful in talking back and going back and forth, disrespectful in the cursing, he wasn't raising his voice. I'm talking raising the voice as in yelling. I've heard actual arguments.
In the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of raising his voice, though. He kept telling her, what the fuck is you talking about?
But I'm saying in the sense of arguing, yelling. Yeah, in the sense of yelling.
Okay.
Yeah, his voice fluctuated at certain points, absolutely. I'm talking about like all-out argument. So it would have been even more disrespectful if it did get to that point. And then it was another thing that I thought about. They're doing this in front of that. I don't know who the girl in the middle was, but they're doing this in front of her.
Dog, that's not even just that, Spaces. They doing this in front of whoever, how many finna followers he got. Fuck the people in the car. You're doing this on the internet live. Like, the car is the second. Like, you're doing this so the world can hear, and then you get mad or something, or you get like, telling people to respect my privacy. Nigga, you on live.
Yeah. But J-Day, what you got on it? As far as the actual question, should you always respect your parents no matter what?
For the most part, yeah. I think that especially if they raised you, right? You're supposed to give that reverence to your parents. I think that again, just in general, we don't know the dynamics. So if we don't know the dynamics, he could have been abandoned. He could have been, raised by somebody else, and he's still trying to look out for his mother. So he might be showing respect there, and she may not be showing the same type of respect. And I still believe in order to give respect, you need to show respect, right? So if the mother's not showing, because again, she's the super adult here, right? So you have to show respect as well. That goes with any, to me, that's just human nature, where you have to show respect to somebody else. So if the mother would have led, again, we don't, because we kind of came in where they were already arguing, and we don't know what led up to that, what was said prior to that. So we can only base it off this clip. So if I were, if I'm hearing the conversation in its totality, then I can really gain and judge. But in general, I think, yes, you should be respecting your parents.
Yeah, I'm on the kind of sentiment of both of y'all. I agree with both of what y'all say 100%. It is to a certain extent. And it's like, even to that extent, you just be quiet and you're going about your business. Or you know who your parents are. So it's only so much time you can spend with your parents.
Yeah, there it is. You know who your parents are.
Yeah, you know who your parents are. You know what they like. So look, I love you to death, Ma. So we only going to spend this hour and a half. I'm going to come over here for the Mother's Days, the Christmases. But it's only so much time I got over here for I know we finna get into it. Or you finna say some shit to piss me off or something like that. And I got to go. But trust and believe, I will still be there every time you need me. I'm coming to do whatever you tell me to do. But it's just I can't be around you because I know who you are. I know what you are. And that's what people need to realize, too. You need to know who your parents are. Like I say that all the time. You got to know who your friends are. Mm-hmm. You got to know who each one of your friends are and what they're good at and what they're not good at and what they do and how they do it. That calls for you not actually paying attention to your friends, too, though. Get out your own way. Get out your own body. Mm-hmm. But you got to know who your parents are, and I do think you should honor them no matter what. I ain't gonna say honor in the sense of like putting them on a pedestal, but it's like, nigga, I'm not gonna because I look at it like this: a motherfucker see you disrespecting your mother. Mm-hmm. Now they come back and they disrespect your mother, like I say with your wife. Motherfucker see you disrespecting your wife or disrespecting your mother or disrespecting the women in your family. Then they come back and do it. Now you want to bust their head. Why? Mm-hmm. You doing it, so I should be okay with doing it. You're not holding them to on the higher standard, and you love them way more than I love them. I don't give a damn about them. But you sitting over here doing them like that, and like you see that on the stream. Now you coming down the street. Now what if a dude just on some looking shit? Yeah, like fuck that bitch, dog. I know what you was talking about. Like then how you gonna look at him? You gonna be ready to beat him up?
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But you was just disrespecting your mother on live though. So now you make that okay for everybody to disrespect they what you call it. That's why I say you shouldn't.
Yeah, live is crazy.
Yeah, you shouldn't be in the dynamics of like doing that to any of your significant others, your mother, your child, your daughter, your son. You shouldn't be talking to them like that in public anyway, because you don't want nobody else to be talking and doing that to them anyway. Chastising is one thing, and getting your point across and teaching, and like just going absolutely crazy is a totally another thing. Some correction and some game is okay, but when you just out here just like dogging your daughter or anything like that, what you think other people are going to do too, because they think the same way.
But real quick, Maul, just to kind of interject, and that goes with the parenting thing, where I think a lot of times parents think they can say whatever they want to say to a child, to their child. You see what I'm saying? You think because you're the parent and you're always supposed to get this respect, right? That you can just say anything that comes out your mouth, anything that comes off the top of your dome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm grown, and you finna talk to me like a nigga on the street. That's not finna happen either.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I know who you are. You know, okay, this is my mother, this is my dad. You know, and I respect you, but you're also not finna talk to me crazy. But then again, we also not finna put this on live.
Yeah.
That's when you hit the button. Like, all right, we need to talk about this off stream.
Yeah. Hey, live. We're gonna have to call him back. I'm gonna come back a little bit later. I need to talk to my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when you pull it to the side, like, Mom, this is how I make my money. This is how we living and we eating. You can't be doing that.
I know that shit, nigga.
Yeah, and then like you said,
I was gonna go there.
Like you say, that's when you need to be like, Ma, you need some healing. Like, I understand we be overusing this healing word and this mental illness, but that's when a motherfucker need to get us some therapy. Because if a parent's still talking to you like that crazy, and a parent talking to you crazy as you're an adult, they got some trauma. They got built up or something that their mother used to do to them. They need to go talk about that shit with somebody.
No, you know what it is?
About
I just real quick, Spaces, I know you've been waiting. I think a lot of times when you have these mothers having these conversations with these sons, these are conversations really these mothers need to be having with their husband, with their boyfriend or something. A lot of times these women be honestly sexually frustrated or some shit. You know what I mean? And then they talking crazy to the son. You know, the son, he's young, he don't know what to do, so he gonna talk crazy back because he's been raised under that dynamic.
Yeah. Like.
You know what's crazy though? Their situation is different because I feel safe in saying his father is not in the picture, right?
Yeah, because he wouldn't have been talking to his mother like that. Because boy,
right, that's part one.
Hell no.
I could just imagine little Jay every day or a little Maul up here talking. Bro, I'll put your ass through a wall. Don't talk to my wife like that, boy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? But go ahead, Spade. I'm sorry, I had to say that.
The thing is, he pays the cost to be the boss. But she lives off of him.
We don't know if that's true though.
He said you can move out.
Because she could have been just out there visiting with him. Because she said I can go home or something like that too. She was talking about going home.
Oh, maybe.
But he said he had to pay for the going home.
She ain't got no money to pay for her own flight back.
And I'm saying, like, if she I don't know, it's tough to say because in situations like this, it's easy for me or anybody on the outside to say, if your son really views you like this and talks to you like this, why are you continuing to deal with it? But on the other hand, it's like if she is living off of him, what can she do?
Whoop-de-doo.
All right. Yeah. You guys got anything else? You're ready to move on?
We ready to move on.
Move on. That was solid. Well, we 2 for 2. Let's go.
That was solid right there.
Thank you guys for kicking it with us. You guys out in the interwebs. Give me a quick second. I'll pull this up. This is a real big thing that's going on right now. Here we go. Oh, you know what I was just messaging y'all about?
Yeah.
What that?
It's no longer available.
Damn.
Oh, yes, it is. Oops, never mind. All right. So one of the big things that was happening this last few days was Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel's show was taken off air, and it was due to his remarks about what he said on his show about Trump and the Charlie Kirk assassination, assassinator, and all that. So this is a clip about it from. Oh, let me change my screen. This is a clip about it from the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club. This is fair use. It's on Instagram and it's public. All right.
You're talking like they can hear you and they're gonna be like, okay, Spaces,
whatever.
you said that.
Kimmel's off the air. He was yanked off the air yesterday, guys. Last minute, staff didn't even know. They just pulled him off. He is not on the air indefinitely, so that we don't know if he'll be coming back, not coming back. But right now, there is no show because they said that they didn't like his comments about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Now, on Truth Social, Donald Trump said that great news for America, that the ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel show is canceled. You may be asking, Lauren, because I know I did. I wanted to know, what did he actually say? Like it must have been something like so bad. Let's take a listen.
But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend.
I mean, for an administration that doesn't like being labeled authoritarian, they damn sure do a lot of authoritarian things.
Mm-hmm. Would you say this is get back? When, during the woke era, when everybody was getting canceled and people were getting off shows.
It could be get back, but it's very hypocritical of them if it is. You know what I mean? Because they were the party that was anti-cancel culture. They was the party that was, supposed to be for freedom of speech. So for them to be doing stuff like this now, even if it is get back, it's very, very, very hypocritical. It's just interesting to see the FCC chair get on a podcast and just straight up say that, the FCC could move to revoke ABC affiliate licenses as a punishment for what Jimmy Kimmel said.
You called it, though, a long time ago. You said that this was absolutely something that was going to happen. And as a result of the comments, they're going to do a 1-hour special for Charlie Kirk on Friday during Jimmy Kimmel's time slot. So not only they're taking off the air, they said we're going to use this hour, on Friday to highlight his work. And they said it's not enough that he's off the air. They also want him to apologize to the family. They told him you need to break bread. We want a meaningful personal donation. That means we want a real check.
Else is interesting. I know Charlie Kirk. God bless the dead. I know Charlie Kirk said that some gun deaths are worth it for us to have our Second Amendment rights. If he said that, but then you're watching him have a conversation, and as soon as he starts talking about guns, he gets shot. At some point, don't you say to yourself, damn, maybe God wants us to have a conversation about gun violence?
Guns, right. But normally when somebody gets shot, they talk about guns and they say you're politicizing and you're talking about guns at the wrong time.
But Charlie Kirk is a person that embraced debate, right? So have that debate. Is it really worth it?
Jimmy Kimmel's off the.
Okay, that's one particular clip, but here is another one. Let's go here. Let's speed up real quick. All right.
And that breaking news here at 6 today, the future of the late night show Jimmy Kimmel Live is in jeopardy. Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Michael Brownlee. ABC is preempting the show indefinitely because of comments he made following the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
NBC4's Conan Nolan joins us live from the newsroom. Conan, that announcement is sending shockwaves through Hollywood tonight.
It is, Colleen, and it deserves a little bit of a backstory. Prior to the news conference on Tuesday that delineated the evidence against the alleged assassin of Charlie Kirk, there was a narrative over the weekend that perhaps this man, Tyler Robinson, was actually a supporter of President Donald Trump. In fact, there were those who believed he was part of the ultra-right wing who considered Charlie Kirk to be too liberal, that he was too accommodating to political moderates and leftists. That turned out not to be the case. But in between that wording on the internet and what happened on Tuesday with the announcement of the evidence, it appears that Jimmy Kimmel bought into what was being said online, and that led to the monologue that is in dispute on Monday night. The controversy stemmed from this joke during Monday night's monologue on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show taped on Hollywood Boulevard. It regarded not slain political activist Charlie Kirk, but Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old man accused in Kirk's murder.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. You can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction.
The day following the monologue, prosecutors in Utah County, Utah indicated that the killer was not a supporter of President Donald Trump, but rather of the political left, and viewed Charlie Kirk as an enemy of the trans and gay movements. Today, the Nexstar Media Corporation, which is in need of FCC approval for a $6.2 billion merger with the media company Tegna, issued a statement saying it strongly objected to Kimmel's comments and was going to replace the show with other programming in its ABC-affiliated markets. ABC Television announced it is suspending airing of the program indefinitely. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, on conservative commentator Benny Johnson's podcast, threatened to take action against ABC for Kimmel suggesting that Kirk's killer was a Trump supporter.
In what appears to be an action by Jimmy Kimmel to play into that narrative that this was somehow a MAGA or Republican motivated person. If that's what happened here with his conduct, that is really, really sick.
Meanwhile, President Donald Trump, who has long been a critic of Jimmy Kimmel's, responded from the United Kingdom, in part saying on his Truth Social media, "Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done." The words of President Trump. I'm Conan Nolan.
All right, fellas. What are your thoughts on the matter?
Space, go first.
Why you always want me to go first?
You always want last.
Specifically regarding his show, I never watched the show. No, I won't say never. I might have caught it 2 or 3 times in life. Jimmy Kimmel was never funny to me. I think, as far as it pertains to my algorithm and hearing what people were saying, they were along the lines of basically watch what you say. I think, if it's a matter of the people above him that fund his shows and all that stuff, if they were saying don't talk about it, and he decided to talk about it regardless of what they say, and they took his show off the air, then that's what they can do. On the flip side, I think it's as far as my algorithm, how everybody's reacting to it, they were saying like he should, he rightfully so. He lost his job. I don't agree with that. I think over the course, what he's been on late night TV for 20 years or something like that, or however long he was on, he's made some controversial comments over the years. Now, have I seen clips of them and I don't remember what they are now? Absolutely. But this is not the first time he made a joke of that magnitude. And I think maybe it was a reflection of him saying what he thought was the truth, or saying what he felt was the truth, or whatever. Or maybe he was a matter of, this is my audience. I know how people will react. I know how this is going to go over. I'm going to say it anyway. I don't know, but I don't think that particular comment was enough to cancel the show entirely. I think late night TV was dying. TV in general and cable TV is dying. And they were looking, Disney, Hulu, or whoever the powers that be above him were looking for any reason they can to cancel his show. I think maybe a 2-week suspension or something like that would have sufficed. I think having to apologize to the family, I think that's a little bit of a reach, because he didn't say anything disrespectful. Like, there's people that have been, I've categorized people in this matter, like the different levels of hotness at Buffalo Wild Wings with the chicken. Like, a lot of people out here on the blazing level, just fire. Like, I seen a video of a dude, he was mimicking in a sarcastic way Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck on purpose, and maybe I'll pull it up.
Oh, you talking about that HBCU dude, the student?
Yeah. It was a dude though, because it was another one.
A black dude, right?
girl
At the HBC. I think it was somewhere in Texas, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe over the course of the conversation I'll pull it up, but that's wild. That is wild. That is making fun of. What Jimmy Kimmel did was not a fireable offense, I don't think.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think with Jimmy Kimmel, I don't even, like I said when we were talking off air, I don't think that what Jimmy Kimmel said was even directed at Charlie Kirk. It was more so a slight towards Trump and the administration. With that being said, I do think it's ironic that the right is they want to censor the freedom of speech, right? When George Floyd passed away, right, I seen a meme or somebody mocking George Floyd talking about 5 years sober after he's been killed, right? And I remember on the podcast we talked about this maybe 2 podcasts ago. What was your question again, Jerry? How do you know if something you're doing is wrong? And I think your conclusion was when somebody else does it to you. And this is that situation to me. It's been done to you, right? But it still shouldn't stop the freedom of speech, right? I don't think making fun of somebody's death is appropriate, right? But that's their freedom of speech. The same thing when Kobe Bryant passed away. And I remember all these people had this vitriol towards Kobe Bryant. Mainly women had this vitriol towards Kobe Bryant because he had a non-black wife. And, they were saying very vile things. So a lot of times that's in the hearts of different people. Just, that's just who they are. They're vile people. But I don't think that it should be censored. At the end, this is America. This is what we're allowed to do. And if you allow them to censor this, then what else will they be able to censor? So that's really my thought.
I'm on the sentiment of what both of y'all said about censor, and then I'm like, so what's good for the goose is not good for the gander? Ain't that's what the saying is?
Yeah.
Is that the saying?
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah. So even though what that young Bland did, we wouldn't do it, but both sides have been doing this stuff with the Trayvon Martins, with the George Floyds, with the Tamir Rices, with the what about the other one? With the it's a bunch of them that people been sitting over there. I had a video where be humble, what's up? I had a video that come across my feed with somebody.
What up, OG? What happened?
With somebody kneeling on somebody's neck, talking about, can you breathe? And these study asked them, even with all my weight, can you still breathe? Then they talking about that's a lie. He died from fentanyl.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so what y'all was doing was cool, but now this, and then like y'all both say, what Jimmy Kimmel did was nothing towards Kurt at all. That was towards the administration. I thought that was y'all man's. Ain't y'all shouldn't be in mourn? I can't tell you how to mourn, right? Can't nobody tell nobody how to mourn. But at the same time, it's like he didn't say anything to me. Now you can school me, you can correct me, you can do whatever you want to do. But did he say anything from malice or like anything like hateful or anything like that?
No, I think he even preferenced it. Like after Charlie Kirk had gotten killed, he sent condolences out. So
yeah. And he wrote they say he wrote a tweet to him and sending love to him and his family too afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But like you say, like we were talking about the ISIS thing too. We have to say something because this can easily turn around on us too, bro. We can't be sitting over here talking about we for this, we for that, but then when it goes against, because it's on the side of yours or you really care about that thing, you cloud your judgment and be like, no, yeah, censor that, get them like that. Because Candace Owens said it too. She said, I didn't like the joke or anything, and I didn't think it was funny and all that stuff, but we can't censor freedom of speech because it's going to give the powers to be more power than what they should have.
I agree. And real quick, Candace Owens also said that she feels as if the free market should be. If people in the free market didn't like it, then of course then they should stop watching it. But it shouldn't be up to them, you know what I'm saying, really the government to be like, oh well, we're gonna pressure, ABC or Disney to take that off air. Yeah.
Boycott, like people been doing. People have stopped their Hulu things, stopped their Disney Plus, stopped watching Marvel movies. That's what the power of the people do. That's what you do. When you don't like something done, like when people did it with Target, they stopped with Target. That shit really hit Target. We thought it wasn't gonna do nothing, but people did it with the Target. So that's the only thing I'm talking about. It's like we can't keep letting them push and push and push, because the shit can come around and turn back on us. That's why a lot of people are fighting for these things. It ain't that it got nothing to do with you. It's just that you have to say something, because it can easily turn around on us. Just like when we like, and I'm gonna keep saying it till I'm blue in the face, with the ICE agents and all that type of stuff. If we keep letting them push and just do what the fuck they want to do and not having no blueprint of how you're supposed to be doing things and how things are supposed to be run, that means they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. Just give a prime example. Spaces, you can just be going and doing something with your girl and doing what the fuck you want to do. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You a law-abiding citizen, like DXP just say. They come up, they pull up on you, they do this, they talking about give me your ID. You look like you from Turkish or some shit. Where you pass, and they just doing all these type of things to you. We're not going by what should be done. I'm not saying they should not be doing it and doing their job, but I'm saying everybody have to follow some type of rules. So we wouldn't be out here just doing what the fuck we want to do when we want to do it and being biased to certain groups of people. That's just my only pushback. I'm with you. I'm with all of them on that we need to get some hold on this. We need to get a hold on that. But it's just certain ways you're supposed to be doing things. You can't just be out here doing what you want to do.
So would you say that applies to Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, you can't just be doing what you want. But I don't think he said anything that was crazy, though.
I don't think it's crazy either. I think it was a joke, and for what I'm hearing from a lot of people, he has reached more people than I know. So I guess a lot of people laughed and a lot of people didn't. I just didn't think it was a funny joke. I don't think it was a fireable offense.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think we can all agree to that. I think it's just like I keep saying, we can't just keep letting people push us and push us back and push us and push us back, and we're not doing anything about it, and we're not saying anything. Like you say, you got to still fight the system. Like we just can't have them with no rules, no malice, no nothing. Like everybody have to follow rules, bro. If we didn't, we'll be all around here in shambles and chaos. So we need everybody to be following the same rules. Ain't nobody above the rules. Like they say, ain't nobody above the law, but we know that's a lie. But we still got to keep some type of malice or some type of bar to where you can't go across this bar. I don't give a fuck what's going on. You can't do that.
And you know what I think is another reason why, he got so much pushback about it was because he made it. If he would have left I think it was more so about the part where how do I say it? He brought the political aspect into it when he said the right is doing all they can to try to make it look like the shooter was not with the right. I wonder if that was
bro. To be honest with you, we don't know who the shooter was with. Because I done heard things. He was with the right. I heard he was with the left. I heard he was with the far right this, far left this. I don't know what the fuck he was. I don't know who the fuck he was with. He not talking, which I don't think nobody should be talking in that situation because they're gonna fry you anyway. So why you gonna give him anything? But we don't know. Do you really know? Do you got concrete evidence of where he was or what happened?
Well, I've heard multiple different things as far as what his political leanings might be. Like he'll say, like they were saying on the casings of the bullets, it will say like, "Hey, fascist, catch." It will say, "If you're reading this, you're gay." If it was like a few things about that.
So you gay then because you read that.
Sorry about that. I had a technical difficulty.
It's all good. But then they said like he had a transsexual
girlfriend.
He was in a relationship with a transsexual.
Yeah, we're gonna just say relationship because we don't know what the fuck they was in. They was in a couple or I don't know what it was. I'm not gonna get canceled, but it was in a relationship.
There was some other shit with that.
Yeah, it's like, oh no.
And so OG said it was a power move, a flex by the administration. Okay, what's the issue with? I mean, not what's the issue with that, but if they said in the video, I don't know if you were here at this point, OG, but they said they told him not to talk about it.
Who, the network or him? The network, or who told him not to talk about his higher ups?
Yeah, basically people above him.
Oh, okay. But like I say, even if he did it, just get his people to get his back and just boycott all them things. And I guarantee you, a lot of shit will stop if motherfuckers stop the money. That's the only thing about it. We got to stop the money, but motherfuckers not willing to stop the money.
Right.
And that's what I think is the ultimate reason why, well, a major contributing reason as to why they took his show off air was because they were thinking that this wasn't going to that this was going to affect the money. Because, especially during the COVID days, people were losing their jobs for saying COVID, or losing their social media pages at the very least for saying vaccine. Like we were a part of it. We were trying to dance around words and stuff. So, I mean, it's a different level of the same thing.
I just think like Jay every day was saying too, it's kind of attack on motherfucking on the freedom of speech thing. And I always say, you can say whatever you want to say. It's just that long as you ain't trying to hurt or harm nobody, that's cool. And people just know to stay away from you. You don't like that. You don't like those. You got different views. So I'm going to just stay away from you. You can not like me because of the color of my skin. I can not like you because of this or that. Just stay away from you. That's all.
Look at you. Oh, man. But so what do y'all think about, because I forget which one of y'all said it earlier, but do y'all think this is an attack on freedom of speech? Yeah, some people say his assassination alone is an attack on freedom of speech, because he was a person that wasn't a violent person. He just went around talking to people.
Yeah, but we don't know
he got killed for it, allegedly, I suppose.
We don't know the complete. We don't know the complete dynamics behind that, right? So we don't know, because we brought up the guy, the 22-year-old who allegedly did that. We don't know the complete dynamics behind it. We don't know who he was influenced by, even if he had did it. I know they said he did it, but I don't particularly buy that. But you see what I'm saying? So we don't really know.
You see what Davi said?
Yeah, you like a woke Craig from on Friday. That's funny. but like Jay every day too, we really don't know. We don't know of what is going on. We only know what the government is giving us, and they barely sometimes don't give us shit.
Most of the time, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because like the pictures, like people going by like the pictures of the man and the picture that they were talking about looking for, they was like, oh, this don't even look like the same person, even with sunglasses.
Where's the rifle? He hopped off the building with no rifle.
Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of things. Like we don't know. We just going by what we seen and stuff like that. So I guess only time will tell. Candace Owens gonna get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, and that's the deal. Is like it's kind of going against with Candace Owens. It's almost a clash of the rights there. You see them in the right wings. It's almost a clash where one side she's saying it's the Fed, and one thing I learned about when I feel like the government in general is kind of doing too much in this situation.
They got their hand in a little too much.
Well, you're right. You're saying and you're putting out information too much. You don't want people to do this, and this. You want people to have the flag half raised and stuff like that. I mean, when you're doing things like that and you don't know exactly what happened yourselves, or so you claim, to to me, it's something extra going on.
It's always though. Much as I be want to be like, no, it's just no, it is. I just be shutting up now, like it is. I don't give a fuck how much people be talking about they like some conspiracy theory. It'd be a conspiracy theory and everything. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Do y'all think so? This particular situation, you think it's attack on freedom of speech, like with it or anybody else, and you can relate it to any other situation where people are losing their jobs because of their remarks.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially if it's not explicitly said in whatever agreement you said, and as far as that job, and they don't explicitly say that, and you don't say anything particularly hateful, but you do have you have an opinion about the situation, and you get, fired or whatever it is, any type of repercussions behind it. Yeah, I think that's an attack on freedom of speech. Absolutely.
No.
I'm kind of in the same sentiment of Jerry Day, because you can get biased about it because, like you said, it's about somebody with you, but when you really step back, I don't think really nobody should have really lose their job for that. Just know that if motherfucker don't want to work with you or something like that, you just might have to just you just might gonna have to resign or something like that. But I don't think nobody should actually, like, employers should get into like stuff like that, because they might have said something like that and agree like that, but they might still be a good worker. Just don't fuck with them. That's how I look at it. You can say whatever you want to say. Long as you ain't trying to hurt nobody, I don't give a fuck what you say. Everybody got different worldviews. Everybody got different opinions. We sitting on here right now, and all three of us think different ways. We might agree with some of the ways somebody say on one subject and other, but totally we look at shit different ways from different angles.
Yeah, so, I agree with that. I think that sometimes, and it also depends on the profession, I think, right? So I know a lot of times when people are in the medical field, right, and they say something that may be deemed hateful towards one group, right, and you're in the medical field, then, you know what I mean, sometimes that could be perceived like, well, maybe you're not giving this person the best of healthcare just because, right, because they're X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I also do believe it does depend on the field that you're in, but in general, if we're just having a general conversation about what I feel about something, and I'm not hateful about it, I'm just kind of expressing my idea, then I don't think you should be fired for it.
Yeah, I do think it's a list of jobs that's up there, especially when you got to care for people and you got to be unbiased, like judges, politicians, police officers, firefighters, like people that got to actually really could pertain to the public. Then I think you could be probably deemed to fire it. But if you don't know how to really pertain to the public, you should be like, it's cool.
And I do also say a person should always be mindful of what they say. The idea of just saying less is, you could always just say less or don't say nothing at all.
That's a fact.
Right? Everything doesn't need to be put on the internet, because people can misconstrue or twist your words into whatever they think you're saying, to fit their own narrative, to fit their own agenda, without having the proper context of where you're coming from.
Yeah, and you got to have good friends to tell you, hey, cut it out, chill out. Chill out. We didn't all stop each other from saying shit like, nah, we got to take that down. No, we're going to do that. You give a fuck how much your ego want to play in the play, take that down. We're not going to do that, because we don't need nobody miscrewing nothing. We still got families and stuff to take care of. And we all look at each other and hold each other accountable like, nah, take that down. That what you said, that wasn't nah. That wasn't it. But go ahead, Spaces, because you ain't talking well.
I think a lot of people that I see talking about this whole idea of freedom of speech have the wrong idea about what freedom of speech is. People think that I have the freedom of speech, I should be able to say whatever I want. Well, that doesn't absolve you from the freedom of consequence. People say I have the constitutional right to freedom of speech, so I can say what I want. Well, if you saying that you're happy that somebody died, then that could violate your job's social media policies. You are, whether we like it or not, we are a representation of our jobs. So you can't go out and you can, by the way, I'm sorry, let me make sure I'm saying this right. You can say whatever you want to, but your job has the right to do whatever they feel is necessary about what you're saying. So, and that's what I think happened with Jimmy Kimmel. He said something that they didn't want him to say, and they were like, you know what? We've been trying to get rid of your show anyway because it's bleeding money. So let's just call it quits right here. Now, for the censorship that everybody's talking about, I don't think this was a matter of censorship with him, because Jimmy Kimmel can potentially go find another social media platform and say the same stuff that he's been saying. Censorship is when you literally cannot say anything on any public platform because, you know, the powers that be are looking for your image on the internet and making sure that nobody can hear what you're saying. Now, what I would like to introduce to people about it, not introduce, but, you know, take myself out of it, is I just typed in freedom of speech Constitution. And this is quick Googles, of course, but it says freedom of speech. Let me actually switch it so I'll make it a little bit bigger on the screen. It says freedom of speech in the U.S. Constitution is protected by the First Amendment, which states Congress shall make no law, this is a shorter version, of course, abridging the freedom of speech. This right applies to government actions at federal, state, and local levels, and protects not only verbal expression, but also other forms of communication like protest, art, and wearing clothing. While broad, this protection is not absolute and does not cover illegal acts like inciting violence and true threats. Let's see what the First Amendment protects: the right to express opinions about does not protect incitement to violence. Speech intended that and likely to cause imminent lawless action is not protected. True threats, obviously, that's obvious. Civil disobedience is obvious. Hate speech probably would fall under what it is that people are saying. While the U.S. has strong protections, certain forms of speech, such as incitement or true threats, are not protected, even if they are considered hateful, according to American Civil Liberties Union. So the way people, it's okay for you, that's it. You can say what you want, but that doesn't mean that you won't get any kind of consequence from it.
Right. And I'm also saying that I think that, you know, whatever contract that you sign with with your employer, it should explicitly say that.
Most companies, well, I would say most companies have a social media policy, but the thing is, and I'm including myself with this, most people don't read
it. And I agree, but the thing is that if Jimmy Kimmel said things of the past that were just as, you know, or more so, even more, I guess, radical than what he said now, then why pick and choose this one? You see what I'm saying? And then and again, if it's not explicitly said, you know, if it's not Major H, what's happening?
What's up?
But if it's not explicitly said, what you can and can't talk about, you know, on their platform, then that kind of leaves it up in the air. You know, like now you're just kind of walking on eggshells. So why talk about anything? Thus furthering, you know, the issues with freedom of speech.
Jimmy Kimmel, he said, according to Google, and we don't know what the true net worth of anybody is, but according to Google, it says he's worth 15 to 16 million.
What? That man been on TV since what, 20-some years, and you think he only worth 15 to 16 million?
Well, it also says his estimated net worth in 2025. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me just put it on the screen. Hold on a second.
I know that man was getting. He probably got that per year for that show. He got upwards of probably like $20 million per year with that show.
Right.
Jimmy Kimmel reportedly made 15 to 16 million annually from hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live, though his overall earnings could have been higher with additional income from bonuses, endorsements, and other media projects. His estimated net worth in 2025 was around 50 million, largely due to his running late night show.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe the 50?
No, I don't believe the 50. I believe it's way more than that. You know, all them late night shows with that Stephen Colbert and all them, they getting upwards of like $20 million per show, per year. Bro, 15 is like what he get in a year probably. And that's on the low end. And he been doing,
I think.
How long he been doing that? About 20-something years, right?
Let's see. How long was Jimmy Kimmel on air? It says over 2 decades.
And you think he only worth 15? I'm worth 15 million.
Now that's some bread.
But no, though. Come on, though. The comment says, Jerry, that you think this man really worth 15 million for real?
You know what? I don't know. Honestly, I just don't know with any of this stuff. Because sometimes, no, you type in Google and they be saying just some of the wildest amounts for people. So you really don't know. Like I look up a Love and Hip Hop star. They say Yandy, she worth $9 million. You know what she be doing? So.
I was just gonna say your favorite quote, but I can't say it right there. I gotta wait.
So, final thoughts on that.
Yeah, I don't got no more for that. It's just unfortunate, and But like I say, you got to watch what you say sometimes. That's why sometimes people don't even say nothing, and they stay off social media. Like I say, this is the only far as social media I go is to sitting here talking to y'all. I don't be on social media. I don't post nothing. I don't give motherfucker not a damn thing. Only thing you got is when I say it on here, probably. And that was just my hard-on opinion about something. That's how I felt about something.
One of the people on the Instagram on the Breakfast Club's post, she said he got pulled. I guess I'll put it on the screen. But she said he got. Where is it? Right here. It says, which I think my ultimate sentiment is, he got pulled for pointing out Trump's lack of empathy towards Charlie Kirk. I'm sorry. And I think when we focus on that, yeah, that's my ultimate sentiment. Like I don't think the joke was enough to completely take the show down. It has to be more than that. All right, so
I ain't gonna say nothing about the man. He ain't gonna take our 400 followers. You got me fucked up. I ain't gonna say nothing about Trump. Hell no. He ain't for to take our 400 followers.
All right, thank you guys for continuing to kick it with us. Hit the like button, share, let people know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. Now, this was another thing that came across all of our purview, which was a crazy situation. There was a student found hanging from a Mississippi tree on a school campus. So let's check it out.
21-year-old was found dead hanging from a tree at Delta State University. Campus police say the body of 21-year-old Trey, the black student, was discovered by staff members on Monday morning. Authorities quickly ruling out foul play, and during a press conference today, the university president insisting that race relations are not an issue at the university.
I can say that my heartbreak is comprehensive, not just for Trey, although it is primarily for Trey, but for the fact that the rest of the world has an impression of Trey that is so at odds with what I know to be this institution. This institution should not be associated with hate or hate crimes.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, now representing Reed's family, demanding more transparency. The family saying we cannot accept vague conclusions when so many questions remain. Let's bring in our Ike Ajachi. So, Ike, what are we learning from police today? And are they still continuing to rule out foul play?
Yeah, Kira, several different agencies surrounding this investigation are saying just that. The Delta State University police chief, he's come out and said that there is no indication of foul play surrounding this incident. He also said that there's no ongoing threat to staff or faculty. Now, if you also look at what the Bolivar County Coroner's Office is saying, it's also falling in line with that. They're saying through a preliminary examination that there are no injuries to 21-year-old Trey Reed's body that are consistent to a physical attack. So that they said that there are no lacerations, no bruises, no broken bones, anything that would look like there was a physical attack to his body. Now, the Coroner's Office is saying that they are investigating this as a suicide, and they're also saying that the full autopsy is currently being done by the Mississippi State Crime Lab, and that'll be finished in about 24 to 48 hours, Kira.
So what is the family saying? Are they thinking it's a suicide?
Well, Kira, the family of Trey Reed right now, they are expressing deep frustration and they are demanding transparency surrounding this investigation. Right now, through their attorney, Vanessa Jones, they have announced that they are conducting their own independent autopsy and they're even conducting their own investigation around this. They are demanding answers. They're saying they're shrouded in some kind of a cloud of secrecy. This is according to the attorney and the family. So what we're seeing right now is that they're claiming that there has been a lack of direct communication from law enforcement, from the university to the family on the day this incident was discovered. That is, of course, on September 15th, just 2 days ago. They're saying there has been no communication, and that's exactly what they're demanding. Take a listen.
Family does not know exactly what happened on September the 15th of 2025. We are seeking answers. The family of Trey Reed has not even received a phone call from the president of Delta State University.
And he told me that they found Trey Reed in his room. And he didn't say possible suicide, he said suicide.
Now, Kira, it is important to note that the university did respond, the university president that is, by saying that the university contacted an individual for Trey Reed who is listed as the next of kin. And they said that happened on that day, Kira.
All right. So the question on the board is, what are your thoughts? Unless you guys have any particular question. What are your thoughts about it?
It's like so many questions because they ruled out foul play and it wasn't even like 5 to 10 minutes into it already. That's one of the things that just struck me really clear. You know, it usually takes them like a while, days to rule out foul play. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like that campus probably got so many cameras. I know they didn't see what happened with that too. So you gotta look at that too. Like, it's just a lot of questions that still need to be answered. We don't know. So it's just I gotta wait. Like Jerry Day said, we gotta let it play out a little bit because that we gotta bring attention to it, but we also gotta let it play out and just see how it goes or what happens. But I was listening to that too because I didn't hear this one. And when I heard them say Ben Crump, because then they say Ben Crump was representing one of them or something like that.
I'm not sure.
I could have sworn I heard that. If I did, if I'm mistaken, I'm wrong. So I just hold my comments to it, but we made it clear that that I think it was Ben Crump that was like representing them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's all the thoughts I had. I think we need like a little bit more information and need to let it play out. But it just was kind of weird, and my spidey senses kind of went up tingling when they ruled out foul play so quickly. Like the boy wasn't even off the tree, and they ruled out foul play.
I think I agree with you. I think it's too. It was. I don't say too early, but I do think they were. I don't know enough. I need to look more into the situation. But I know one of the things that, you know, where people's minds went to immediately was that this was white people that hung a black man.
I kind of think I would too, but before you continue, you can kind of say that because when the Charlie Kirk thing happened, right? First thing that happened was they put HBCUs on lockdowns because people was calling threatening them. I just want to throw that out there, but go ahead and continue there.
Yeah, I just think it's what I don't know. Maybe people are too quick to try to jump to conclusions without any level of evidence, in my opinion. Without any level of evidence, we didn't even know. The story came out and people saw that he was hanging from the tree and immediately started thinking white people. Now, where my mind went was what happened. Like, how did he get there? Like, what evidence do we have one way or the other? Because I was listening to the DPMO morning show, and y'all know I listen to them every morning at 11. And you know, some people were immediately saying that it was white people, but 2K in particular and myself, I think he and I were the only people saying it. We don't know yet. We don't know about if there's any bruises on his body. We don't know if some bones were broken. We don't know anything right now. And people were saying black people don't hang themselves. for all the black people out there that commit suicide, there's not one that might be willing to do that. So I'm just saying, I think people, it's like people want people to jump to the conclusion that they think is right. And I'm waiting, I'm waiting for more details about it to come out. But I do know that there was a guy that came out and said that was my cousin and his bones were broken and stuff like that. That was proven wrong. But Jay, every day, what you got?
I really didn't have much on the situation. Is Delta State at HBCU?
Let's see.
It's in Mississippi, though, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
State and HBCU. No, Delta State is not a historically black college or university. It is a public university in Mississippi with a diverse student body that includes both black and white students, not predominantly black students.
I wonder where is it located in Mississippi?
Huh?
Google that up. Yeah.
Yeah, where is it located in Mississippi?
Let's see. Where is Delta State in Mississippi? They gave the actual address. Cleveland. Is that what you were trying to figure out? Like what
Cleveland,
city?
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. My thing is, where's the cameras? We got cameras for everything. Where's the cameras? Where's the? Show me what's going on.
Yep. You ain't never lied. To me, I said it before you got back on here though. It's like they ruled out foul play before the man was even down from the tree. Like y'all ain't do no investigating. Y'all just coming out with reports already. Just do the investigations like Spaces and like you say 2K say too. And I'm looking at it too. Like what happened? We're gonna find out what happened, but we still need more information. Like we just can't say anything right now because we still need more information. Ain't enough information out there. We just got your spidey senses go up where they ruled out foul play already when they say, oh, it wasn't no foul play, just that quick. And then I don't know, but I thought I heard that them say Ben Crump was the lawyer on the case. I think that's what they said.
Let me see. It has been on the. Let's see here. See what it says. Yes, civil rights attorney Ben Crump is representing a family of Trey Reed.
See, and then the first thing I think about was that is like Jay every day say is when stuff like that happen is, oh, y'all don't care about justice, y'all just care about that paper. And I'm not saying this is for them, but it's just every time I hear about Ben Crump on a case or anything like that, y'all people like the paper is more important than them getting the guilty verdict. I'm not saying it's the case. I'm not saying it's the case, but it's just when I hear Ben Crump name, he do get you that bread, but motherfucker don't be guilty.
I've heard that more often than not with the name Ben Crump. It's like if it's something that he thinks he can get some bread off of, he'll take it. But if not, then you won't hear from him.
Yeah, it's just, and I'm not saying it's the case. For people going here try to counsel us and do all that other stuff, I'm just saying when I hear his name, first thing come to my mind is money.
So with David, he said black people don't hang other black people. F you talking about? Have you heard me say that other black people might have done this to him? I'm asking you guys.
I didn't hear you.
So where is he coming from? Like black people don't hang other black people. I ain't never said anything about that. But anyway, no, I think it's just a wild situation. I also heard that there was another situation where not too far from this situation, a white man was found hanging.
I ain't hear about that one.
So it's just a crazy situation, man. It would be, I don't know how long it would take for any evidence about the situation to, oh my God, to come out. And what if for all of the people that say black people don't hang themselves, just what if he did?
Be Humble says you said it. Maybe I missed that. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, say it again. My audio messed up.
No, Be Humble said you said it. I guess he's in agreement with DHPX.
Oh, I didn't hear him say it. I didn't hear him say it.
That's what I say. I must have missed it, but
yeah, I didn't hear you say it, so I must have missed it too.
All right, run the timestamp, and I'll go back. And I said the closest thing to that, I said of all the black people that unalived, I don't want to say the words too many times because I don't want YouTube to come at us, but for all the black people that unalive themselves, we can't find, it's not possible for one to have done this to themselves. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not denying or agreeing, pushing one way or the other. I'm saying we just don't know. We just don't know enough. We don't see. They haven't mentioned any tire tracks for somebody that might have sped off after the situation. I don't even know. I don't know what the specific location was. They said they haven't seen any, they haven't said anything about blood dripping on the sidewalk or any. They haven't said anything. Oh shoot. They haven't said anything at all. So I'm just keeping it up in the air. I'm saying everybody keep your minds open about it.
Yeah, that's why I said too, we need more information, but it's going to be cameras and stuff like that. I can't sit up here and say one way or other or whatnot. I don't know. We just need more information. Like Jay every day always say, we got to get more information. It's still too fresh. And it's like, but to me, what really bothered me about it is they ruled out foul play and he was still hanging from the tree. That's crazy.
That was from a if I'm not mistaken, that was from a coroner's report. So they had already.
So that was the coroner. I thought that was the police who said that.
Let me see.
I could be mistaken too. I probably didn't hear right.
Reports about Trey Reed. Oh, look at this. Hold on a second. This is just Newsweek. This is the first thing that came up. This is from, so the video we watched was from 3 days ago, and then 2 days ago. Let's see. From Newsweek.com, an autopsy of Demartravion Trey Reed by Mississippi State Medical Examiner concluded that his death was a suicide. The police department in Cleveland said.
Okay.
Questionable.
So, bro, hold up. So all of y'all, David, be humble. Y'all said that y'all saying black people don't hang themselves. The autopsy said he did. Come on. And by the way, if anybody replays this stream, I'm not smiling at the idea of him because I know people like to misconstrue things. I'm smiling at the idea of come on, man. It's possible for this to happen.
Where's the camera work? In the public place, right? This happened in a public place. This is Mississippi. I'm not 100% confident on anything they got going on.
I'm sorry, my audio messes up when you talk. So I don't know if you asked me a question or not.
No, I'm asking again, can you hear me?
Hold on, let me change this. I think it okay. The third time's a charm. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
So what I'm saying is, where's the camera work? Where's the camera? Where's the video? of him even moving throughout campus. You know,
Yo,
maybe with a rope.
Courtney. I'm sorry. That's
What's
he'll back
going on?
chasing. Sorry.
What's happening, brother?
What's
But
happening?
where's the camera? Where's the video footage? Where's him moving throughout? You know, somewhere where he has a rope, right? If he's coming from his dorm room, or and why would he decide just to hang himself in a random tree?
Right.
You know, so logically that doesn't make sense to me. Again, I'm not confident on anything that goes on in Mississippi as far as doing proper investigation work.
And I agree with that because this is they said it's a predominant. The black people are not the predominant race in the school, which I would then say that it's predominantly white. So, I mean, where like you're saying, where are the cameras? There's no camera work at all. So
Yeah, it should be somewhere. It should be somewhere where he's walking, you know, somewhere on the camera where he has a noose or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. And then he decides to, well, I'm gonna hang myself from a tree, just out in the open. I'm gonna climb up this tree and wrap this around. I don't know. That doesn't sit well with me. So, and we do know that corners, they're in cahoots with, you know, the local government.
Yeah, and I'm not even with the autopsy showing that it was a matter of suicide. I'm still not above. I'm slightly skeptical in the idea that, like you just said, Jay, every day people are in cahoots. The people behind the scenes, the coroner and whoever, the police department and the local government back there, they're in cahoots with each other. So I'm still not ruling out the idea that there was some foul play. Oh shoot. Yeah, I'm still not ruling out the idea that there may be some camera footage that that may come out later that may prove that even though the Newsweek article said that it was suicide, it wasn't a suicide. We may see video where we'll see people doing this to him. But be humble. If you can pull up, if it's up to you. Well, I mean, we are hour and 50 into the show already, but he said money for HBCUs pooled. This is not an HBCU, so what would that have to do with anything? I don't know. I'm confused. But let's see. Courtney, what do they say? Let me catch up. Be behind the comments. Spaces is rescue rounding the Anton Daniels play. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's not. You trust white people. I trust the information. Nothing wrong with a second look. I agree. But space to believe in these white the court, bro. This is why you got it. This is why I said you got to get your information. The coroner that ruled the autopsy as a suicide was black. What are you talking about? Why are you so racist, bro? why you assume, just like everybody else, that because a man was hanging from a tree, it must have been a white person? Oh, the person that wrote the report about the suicide must be white. No, the coroner was black. Sheesh. Courtney Edgar, what's good, bro? What's up? What's up? Thank you for stopping by. He said none of it looks right, but I'm not blaming white people. Still not enough information. Facts. B almost said agree, blame spaces. Courtney Edgar said, I'm only going with the information I have until further information is provided. And that's exactly where I stand, because this particular case is just up in the air. It's too many. There's too many like different angles that things could be going towards. David said people will often sell these signs, notes, letting people know they're going to hurt themselves. I don't know. But how much time y'all got? Y'all got to go. All right, so let's go with Let's go with this one. All right, thank you guys for kicking with us. Thank you guys for also hitting the like button. We got one more thing that we'll talk about before we head out for the day. Now, there was a situation where a girl, unfortunately, a 19-year-old girl, who met up with a man that turned out to be an illegal immigrant, and he took her life. So let's check it out. Here we go.
Murdering 19-year-old Decara Thompson will remain behind bars after appearing before a judge in Upper Marlboro today.
Our Katie Barlow was in the court and has the latest. Katie?
Hey guys, it was an absolutely packed courtroom this afternoon when Judge Katina Stewart took the bench. I was sitting right behind the victim's mother, Carmen, and it was mostly family members and supporters of the victim, 19-year-old Decara Thompson, who police say was murdered and then thrown over a bridge off Route 50 in Annapolis. Now, 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez, who is the suspect in this case, ICE says is in the country illegally and living in Bowie, Maryland. He appeared remotely in a prison jumpsuit from jail, and that's where he's going to remain for now. Now, during court today, Hernandez Mendez's lawyer waived the bond hearing. That means they agree not to challenge his detention. But Judge Stewart went out of her way to emphasize that she would not order his release anyway, based on the current allegations. And that's because there's no set of conditions that would be reasonable or assure the safety of the community. Thompson's mother, Carmen, spoke out after the brief court hearing alongside Prince George's state's attorney, Tara Jackson. We asked Carmen if her family is prepared to relive the horrific details of her daughter's murder as the case continues for what could be months or years.
That's a tough question. That's a tough question because we know it's going to be extremely hard. We just ask that everybody pray for our strength through the process.
Police say Decara Thompson could be seen on surveillance footage entering the suspect's vehicle at the Family Dollar store on University Boulevard around 3 in the morning on August 23rd. Those were her last known whereabouts before her body was discovered off Route 50. Now, police identified what appeared to be bloodstains, women's lingerie, hair from a wig consistent with one that Thompson wore, and a fingernail that matches one missing from Thompson's hand when searching Hernandez Mendez's residence. Now, the state's attorney says that there will be next steps in this case. It is very much an ongoing investigation. As to the court process, Hernandez Mendez is due again back in court on October 8th for his preliminary hearing.
Katie, what did the state's attorney say about his status as someone in the country illegally?
Well, we asked about that. She said that's not her primary concern right now and that her focus is on justice for the victim and for the victim's family.
Decara Thompson was 19 years old. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the man who was accused of the man that was accused of her murder was a 33-year-old illegal immigrant. What are you guys' thoughts?
Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Jerry.
Oh, I thought it was me.
I still can't hear you.
Nope.
So I go to Jerry today, get his thing done.
Finally, somebody else having mic issues.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you now?
All right, real quick. Oh, I was just gonna say I don't want to be insensitive, but lingerie, and again, doesn't mean she should be killed. But was it some sexual going on? Was she out selling? A lot of times, you got to call it what it is. If it's prostitution, a lot of times in these prostitution cases, they happen like that. Again, I'm just kind of going off the whole lingerie thing or whatever. I don't know. They could have been dating, but it just seems kind of a little strange.
That's what I was thinking. Like, it was a matter of something that was just completely, because I don't know, that doesn't mean anything. I was going to say, you saw the vehicle she had. It wasn't something like a cheap vehicle. So, but I don't know. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. Go ahead.
Real quick, be humble. He's from the area, and I was curious to know, what are they saying out there that happened in Annapolis? I know he's not too far from there, or around Annapolis. So, that happened in Maryland. So I was just kind of curious of what they're saying out there in regards to, them wanting to. Did his lawyer ask for him to be released? Did I hear that right?
No, they waived the idea of I forget
It was an idea.
the term. I forget what the terminology was, but they waived bond, meaning that they're not going to contest the idea of him getting out.
Okay. So I mean, because I'm like, well, he's illegal anyway. Just go ahead and snatch you and do what we need to do with you, regardless.
Ma, what you got?
I really don't know about this because, like, I was on the same sentiment every day. Like, I don't want to be insensitive, but when you first started hearing the story, you was like, was she prostitution? Was it prostitution gone bad or something like that? That's the first thing that's kind of coming to my mind. And I don't like Jerry said, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't mean to be like disrespectful. I'm just talking about the story. If I didn't see no faces or anything like that, and then she's a really pretty girl. And then when you look at him, you're like,
Scarface.
I don't know. So it's just the simple fact of it, like you say, is a little bit new for the situation. You got to get more information on this too, because we really don't know. Because that's like the first thing that came to my mind is like, was she like prostituting or something like that, or like what's going on? Like what she was doing with him? And then it say she was getting in his car at 3:00 in the morning. Like the older people used to say, and my grandmother and my mother ain't shit open but legs and Waffle House, and they wasn't at no damn Waffle House.
Yeah, I thought that video that I just played I guess I should have anyway. Some other details I heard about it was that she messaged her dad, allegedly messaged her dad and said that she was going out late. It was late, like 12:30 to go put gas in her car.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she could have been wearing the lingerie under. I don't know
Say that again?
I said maybe she could have been wearing the lingerie under the clothes or whatever. Maybe she could have been trying to meet somebody else. I don't know. It just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. So
It's just if it's true, which I believe that it is true, but I could be wrong, that she left out of the house at 12:30 to go put gas in the car, as she said, then oh man, I had a clip. Anyway, that just that alone is a dangerous situation, because we know that, again, this is a matter of not being insensitive. This is just speaking on the situation as it happened. When a woman leaves out of the house at 12:30 at night, just her stepping out of the house, she's in much more danger than a man stepping out of the house at 12:30 at night. And it's crazy because, according to, and maybe I need to stop speaking for her father, but I heard like they showed, oh my God, I wish I had the video. They showed the text messages of like the communication between her and her father. It's like, I don't know. It's just sad, man. It's just sad. And and on the flip side of it, I don't know what conversations are they having in the courtroom about the 33-year-old man, because he's an illegal. So are we having conversations about deporting him?
Yeah, no, you gotta pay his debt to society over here. We gotta get some Kool-Aid about that nigga first. He's gonna get deported after he do his debt to society over here. Then we're gonna ship his ass out and make sure he never come back. But he has to pay over here first.
They don't have camera. I keep bringing up this because it's like, a lot of times you go over these bridges and stuff like that. They have cameras.
Yeah.
They got footage, and maybe that's investigation that they are doing. They're able to triangulate a lot of this stuff. His cell phone, her cell phone. Personally, as a grown 40-year-old man, I'm not going to get gas randomly at 12:30 at night. Like, I woke up. I need to go get gas.
That shit can wait till the morning.
I get that in the morning.
Yeah, on your way to work or something.
I'd be late to go get some gas. I'm
not just gonna go get no gas just to be going outside to go get no gas.
Right.
Like, only thing I think you come outside for that late is if it's an emergency. You don't even go outside that late to go get nothing to eat, unless you already out that time of night. Eat what's in the fucking house. But yeah, you don't come out. You don't come outside that late for no fucking gas. Like, and I don't know how they dynamic work, but I know as me, as a protector I am, go sit your ass down. We'll go get gas in the morning. I'll come over there and get some gas in the morning. Don't go out the house. Don't be my daughter talking about texting you for to go get some gas at 2, 3 in the morning. No, at 12 o'clock at night. No, go get some gas.
Okay, so this isn't the original post that I saw about it, but this, and granted, I know Be Humble's ready to argue or try to dismiss what I'm about to show, but this is consistent with what I saw in my original video. This is it says the vivid faces of the vanished. I'll take us off the screen. She told her dad, "I love you," and vanished. The disappearance of Decara Thompson in Lanham, Maryland, August 22nd, 2025. 19-year-old Decara Thompson left her father's home in Lanham on the night of August 22nd, saying she was going out to get gas. Her father worried she didn't come back after an hour. He called, no answer, 11:50 p.m., so my time was off. He texted her to say he was going to bed and wanted to check on her. Decara immediately texts back saying, "I should be back soon. Love you too. Good night." That was the last time her family ever heard from her. On August 23rd, her family reported her missing. The next day, her car was found in Hyattsville. On August 31st, Maryland State Police discovered a body off Route 50 in Anne Arundel County. Police stressed that the identity has not yet been confirmed, though the description was said to be similar. Autopsy results and a positive ID are still pending. The investigation remains ongoing. Decara's father described the nightmare of calling her phone over and over the next day, only to get no answer. His last memory of his daughter is her telling him she loved him. And this came out, before the whatever.
Hey, to be honest with you, when you go back and you look at that, and I was just looking at you read it, and when he said he called her, she didn't answer. Then he texted her. Then she said she loved him. I think she was passed away already by then. I think that was that dude probably texting me. Because when someone calls you, right, and then they text you and you don't call them back, you really 9 times out of 10 you doing some shit you weren't supposed to be doing, or you doing something that, you feel me, you gonna call back. You ain't just for the text. Unless they tell me, "Oh, my bad, I didn't mean to hit you up," or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, something bad has already happened. That's somebody else texting you.
Okay, so let's see.
How did they get him?
Can we hear you? Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I'm saying, how did they get him?
Oh, how did they get him? Oh, they said they invested. I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, I'm curious on how did they triangulate him? Like,
Hey, this is the feds. How you get them text message records?
It's online.
You the feds.
But Deja said, "What's up, Deja? Unfortunate situation. He's a pedo. She's barely legal." Be Humble said, "Facebook. Come on, Spaces." Okay, I knew you were going to say that. Okay, check this out.
Man, why the hell are you study trying to prove? Go on with this goddamn conversation. Quit trying to prove shit.
Well, he's not going to be the only person to say that, right?
It don't my goddamn matter. This is our show. Keep going.
Well, I gotta give a specific, a more reliable source.
He's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Got to entertain the trolls, right? Her father, Daniel Thompson, said she left their house around 10 p.m. the previous night to get gas. He last spoke to her. He last spoke with her over text just before midnight. Text messages, Be Humble, from CBSNews.com, a substantially more reliable source than Facebook. There you go.
Whoop-de-doo.
Huh?
Whoop-de-doo.
Oh. But yeah, man, that was just another thing that came across my social medias that I wanted to bring to our platform. And it's like, man, just you know what? Maybe I can pull this up real quick. Because it was something that I sent to somebody. I'm gonna send it to the chat real quick. Copy. 1 second, y'all. Sorry. I actually wanted to have a conversation about this, but this applies to the conversation we're having. Okay, here we go. Last thing, and we'll head out after this.
You promise?
Huh?
You promise?
Huh?
You promise?
Oh, yeah. It's the last thing. This is the last thing. So this came across my purview, or just off a random recommendation on my YouTube.
Oh yeah. You sent that to us one time.
Morning. I often travel at night. Is actually my preferred time to travel. Although my alert meter is on extreme, I really prefer night versus any other time. Today, I'm going to share with you some things that I do to prep for my trip and things that I do to make sure that I'm safe while on the road, because most of the time I travel, I am by myself. First thing that I do, I pray, God, please give me traveling grace. Jesus, please do not allow any harm to come to me. I make sure that I'm gassed up the day prior to. I let OnStar know where I'm traveling and my expected stops. I have my route and navigation and also have a hard copy. I have my water inside my cooler and I'm ready to roll. I have my cords for all my electronics to make sure they stay plugged up. I have the Bodyguard because she's one of my favorites. I have the Glock 48 because she's one of my favorites. I also have Old Faithful. She's riding up behind the monitor. Easy accessible and secure. The main hearing tonight holds shotgun shells. That's right. You see it. It is the Taurus Judge chambered in 410 bore
I
shotgun.
ain't gonna lie, I want one.
I freaking love this gun. The cylinder holds 5 rounds, and you know I have it full to capacity. They go in easy, and they also come out just as easy. Or should I say easier, with the light pull of the trigger. I say a light pull of the trigger, but that's not correct because she is a double single action, which means she will fire with the hammer down, which means that the trigger pull is longer, but can get shorter if the hammer is pulled back. But that's a story for another day. I have my seatbelt on, I have a plan, and I'm prayed up. I'm ready to go. There are a few things that I do while I'm driving. Number one, I have my music low so I can hear what's going on around me because at night, my visibility is lower than it would be in the day. I keep a great distance between me and the next car, and I do not ride side by side on a car unless I'm in traffic and I have no control over the situation. If I have to slow down or stop for any reason, I make sure that I put my gun in my lap so I have quick access to her and I can respond faster. All my stops are planned and everybody knows where I am and my location is shared. These are just some of the things that I do to make sure that I'm safe and I make it home. I'm not telling you to do what I do, but I'm just sharing it with you. Please follow me on my YouTube channel.
Hey, I like the Escalade though. The Escalade fire.
Yeah, man. So Adasia said, why did her dad let her get gas that late by herself? So I guess he was like, she's 19. Can't tell her not to, I guess.
Shit, how come you can't?
I mean, I'm not saying different people have different standards for the.
See, that's what I don't like when people be like, oh, you can't tell them because they're grown. When you're raised people, just like if my mother was here today, she raised me the way she raised me. So she can tell me whatever she want to tell me, and I'm going to listen because I know my mother has my best interest at heart. Jerry Day is a motherfucker. I ain't going to say motherfucker, but Jerry Day is a father in his kid's life. When his kids get older and he tells them, no, baby, I don't think you should do that, he's been in their life, so they're going to listen. So quit this, you're never too grown to get advice and listen to your mother. I don't give a fuck how old you is. You're going to listen. Like, what is up with this?
No, I personally I agree. You're my 19-year-old daughter. You're not leaving out of the house.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if you was 45. I'm gonna whoop your husband ass for letting you go out there to get gas. It's just to me.
Did they live together?
I don't know.
She and her father. Yeah, he said she left their home in Lanham.
Okay, why would you text me that you finna go get? That means you was already gone.
Yeah, because you would have came in the room and told me, "Oh, I'm finna leave out. I'm finna go get gas." No, you're not.
Right.
No, you're not.
So I don't even know if there was any stopping her at this point. If you texting, then I'm finna go get gas.
How that dude say, "No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. You're not."
And I would like to see did she go get gas?
Was I calling for her?
What where's the gas station? Where let's pull up some footage from the gas station.
Space was just for trying to go pull up the photo from the gas station. You ain't got that.
No, I was gonna pull up where her car was parked because it was on an angle where it might have shown a gas station.
Oh, okay. I thought you was I first call you the feds for real.
So it might have shown. Okay, so her car. Like I'm just trying to understand. So her car was left at the gas station.
So this is a picture of a still of her car. I guess it's blurry, so you can't really tell what's across the street. Let's see.
That's an apartment complex, like kind of look like. Because ain't that like a Ring doorbell camera?
Oh yeah, that does look like a Ring doorbell camera. Yep, that's grass and sidewalk. Yep. So it looked like she kind of parked in a neighborhood, and across the street, it doesn't look like necessarily like a gas station.
Yeah, I was just, I'd like to see footage of her actually at the gas station pumping gas or whatever it is at the gas station. If I were doing an investigation, I just drive trucks.
Yeah, that's all we got time for today. I was actually that video that we just played with the lady. I had different kinds of ideas. Let's see what Deja said. Yeah, not even at medium age. She said, yeah, not even at my medium age. I don't want to be out late by myself. Even if I have the 82 pews. The other lady, I just destroyed your comment. Even I don't want to be out late by myself, even if I have the 82 pews the other lady has. And that's another thing I was thinking, like, why can you and maybe travel early in the morning? Like, you purposefully traveling at night, you're to an extent, you're kind of asking for it. Still.
But no, the way she might be traveling because that's best of how she gets in and out of what she needs to get, and she thinks that's much more safer with less traffic and all that stuff. And like, she got guns everywhere in her car, so it don't matter where she at, she got access to a banger. But that judge, I promise you, when she let two of them shots at the judge go, whoever over there, I promise you, they not gonna live.
Like she said, she's not stopping, so she really doesn't have any reason. She's going from one destination to another. She doesn't need gas or, barring some crazy incident. But she should be good, and I think in general that's the way to travel. Like, you just keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she has some good practices, especially when she started talking about how she keeps distance from the car in front of her. She doesn't allow a car to continue to ride beside her.
Because then they give you a chance to look in somebody's car to see who they're riding with and all that stuff.
And if it just so happens that something happens, you'll have space for you to maneuver around other people.
Now, one thing I do recommend her to do, she needs some tents.
Yeah.
You don't be riding no fishbowl like that, baby.
She do have the Escalade, so you never know. People can try to rob you for the Escalade.
Well, yeah, the Escalade nice though.
Yeah, that was it for what I was. We can call that the mesh. Yeah.
Tighten up. Listen to that. We can all sum it up. Respect their mother and father and listen.
You want to respect them? Yeah, respect your mother and father. Also, parents, don't provoke your children into anger.
Respect your kids as well.
You have the freedom of speech, but that doesn't absolve you from the freedom of consequence. Be safe out here as best you can. because a lot of people are out here, and particularly as it pertains to that Decara Thompson's situation, or women in general that they travel and they end up unfortunately become a situation where they get trafficked or they get kidnapped. Be safe out here. Be aware of your surroundings, and that is a great video for, I think, women to pay attention to, because a lot of them travel out here and they got both AirPods or headphones on the ear, completely unaware of their surroundings, or head and phone the whole time while they're traveling.
Yeah, I got on my son about that shit.
Yes, sir. But you guys got anything else? You good?
One more thing we can add to the mess right here, right? Because we always say this, and we 2A all day on this pod. We fuck with the Second Amendment. Women, if you do not have your concealed carry, please, and you're out here single, you're out here alone, you're out here traveling, doing whatever you're doing, please, no matter what color you are, black, white, Hispanic. I know I champion for our black women to do it, but everybody, just be safe and go get your concealed carry. Learn how to shoot a gun. Be safe. I understand you talking about it's scary. I understand you talking about all that other stuff. Oh, but your life, you never put anything else in somebody else's hands with your life. Go get y'all some concealed and carry bank. Go get y'all some concealed and carry license and go to the gun range. Go make it a little girls' night out with your girls. Go shooting range and then go to dinner or have some lunch or something.
Thank you guys for kicking it with us and hitting the like button. We had a few guests today. I forget your names off the top of my head. Thanks, Courtney Egger, for stopping by. Just a brown girl in America, matter of fact.
Nikki, right?
Nikki, yeah, my fault. I want to, let me see, one second. I was going to try to pull her channel up, but here we go. Shout out to her real quick. This is her channel right here. Just a brown girl in America.
Hey, throw that in the chat or send that in the group. I'm gonna go follow her. I'm gonna go link to her, subscribe to her.
Roger that. She's hard. You know what thing I have respect for her? She had a conversation with her ex-husband about like why their relationship failed.
She got I was gonna say that, but I don't know her like that to be joking with her like that, so I ain't gonna say that.
And Courtney Egger is also on YouTube. He has a channel. Courtney Egger Show is what it is. Dang, I ain't gonna pull it up real quick. But yeah, he's a bag chaser as well, so can pull up and show him some love. I don't know what his schedule is as far as going live. He typically goes live later in the day at like 8 or 9 o'clock at some point during the week. So check him out too. This has been another edition of your favorite After Church podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, Kings. I am your man, Spaces.
You every day.
Hey, I go by your boy Maul. I remember this time. Meeting adjourned. Later, y'all.
All right now. That was good, Spaces. That was good.